you ever heard the secret that's hidden right at the beginning of the Bible? It's not buried in Revelation. It's not in some ancient scroll or lost book. It's in plain sight, right in Genesis chapter 3. And yet most people miss it because while everyone focuses on Adam and Eve's sin and the serpent's deception and the shame that followed, God was doing something far more powerful. In the middle of humanity's first failure, God preached the first gospel. Let me show you. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, it says, "And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." This right here is what theologians call the proto-evangelium, a fancy word that means the first gospel. And it wasn't preached to a crowd. It wasn't spoken from a pulpit. It wasn't announced by a prophet. It was spoken directly by God to Satan. So let's break it down. I will put enmity between you and the woman. God is saying there will be hostility between you, Satan, and the woman. Humanity, you will not be allies. This is why the world has always been under spiritual warfare, because there is an unseen battle between the kingdom of darkness and the people of God, and between your seed and her seed. Now this part is wild because it says her seed, but biologically women don't have seed. Seed comes from the man. Yet here, the promise is that a woman will bring forth a child without a man's involvement. That's the first prophecy of the virgin birth of Jesus Christ. 700 years before Isaiah would say, "Behold, a virgin shall conceive." God already declared it. "He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." This is the part that makes the devil tremble. The seed, Jesus, would be wounded, his heel would be bruised. That's the crucifixion, the nails, the cross, the blood, the suffering. But the serpent would get his head crushed, and you don't walk away from a crushed head. That's resurrection. That's victory. That's Jesus conquering death, hell, and the grave. This verse is the entire gospel in seed form: the virgin birth, the battle between good and evil, the cross, and the victory of Christ over Satan. And God didn't wait until the New Testament to declare it. He preached it in Genesis. That's how good our God is. Before Adam and Eve could even get out of the garden, God had already made a way back. Before the devil thought he had won, God told him his defeat was guaranteed. So if you've ever felt like your sin disqualified you, if you ever thought the enemy had the last word in your story, if you've ever felt like it was over, let me remind you, God already made a way. Jesus already won, and Satan is already defeated. From the garden to the grave to the throne of heaven, the seed has come, and his name is Jesus. If this opened your eyes to something new, like, share, and follow for more truth from God's word. Comment victory if you know the enemy's head is under your feet, and tag someone who needs to hear the gospel, even in Genesis.